Can you hear me? Did I hit it on accident? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Oh, so I was muted. Oh, that's not good. Thank you, Chad. How are you? Oh, man, I've been on for 9 minutes. Nobody even said anything. Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing all right. I am doing well. Thank you. I'm better now that I know that I was muted because nobody even said anything. I've been on for 10 minutes. I wonder if I'm accidentally hit it, I guess. I don't know. Not sure. Oh well. No problem. No problem. I am well, I was gonna talk about webinars, but I don't know now. Let's see. I'm gonna keep on here about was talking about webinars and the breakdown of webinars and how they work, and also how effective they are and why people use them. So most webinars that you usually go on, or you like, we're on YouTube right now. So usually during an ad, they'll show something, and if you're interested in it, say click to learn more. And most times when you click to learn more, especially on the ones on YouTube, they would take you to a landing page, and a landing page may show you a video of their success or whatever. They say, hey, click to hear more about this offer. And when you click to hear more about it, they say sign up. And when you sign up, you give your name and your email address, right? Then you give your name and your email address, and then they send you the link, and then it's like you automatically join their automated webinar because they've already recorded it. So when you go on the automated webinar, and most of them from YouTube are automated. If you have somebody that you're seeing on Facebook, and sometimes Facebook too, but most of them are automated. However, there are some that are live, and then so the live ones are generally 60 to 90 minutes. The automated ones are a little less, but they're generally, the sweet spot is 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And that's because on average, it takes anywhere from 7 to 20 times for somebody to engage with you, for somebody to see your product or your service, for somebody to, read your emails, look at your ads, see your billboards, look at your television or something like that. And so by doing that, they're more apt to do business with you, but it takes a while. So that's why your webinars are anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes, because you want them to know, like, and trust you. And so it takes a while to gain that momentum, to gain that trust factor. Effective webinar. I'm all about Spider-Man. That's funny. Ooh, I'm not drunk. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Where are you from? Where's everybody from? Is anybody in the States? Or are you overseas? Where are you from? So I was just talking about webinars and how they are built and the breakdown of them. So, oh, you're in Georgia. Nice. Okay. Chicago is cold. I would imagine it's cold because it's cold here in Georgia. So I can imagine how cold Chicago is. What's the weather in Chicago? Is it snowing there? Where's everybody from? Okay. Georgia. Yeah. And so for when you have a webinar, you tell them, hey, welcome for coming, welcome joining in, and you talk about your expertise. I'm going to briefly explain to you my expertise, my credibility. Then you mention what your promise is. Okay, it snowed yesterday when I left Wisconsin. Ooh. I love snow, though. I really love snow. And we just had some snow last week, and it was good. And it's most of it's gone now, but it was good to have it. Okay. So once you get the people into your webinar, then you'll do your welcome, your introduction, and then your promise. I am in Atlanta. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then you'll explain to them over the next. I'm from East. Okay. Southwest Georgia. Okay. Yeah. I love Atlanta. Meet some cool people here. And then so after you do your welcome, you'll say, over the next 60, 90 minutes, we'll go into, our proven system that's helped countless people. And I'm reading my notes because webinars are very long, right? So they have there's a lot of scripting and stuff. Like webinars are very planned out to a T. Hello, Junior. Thank you so much. And so webinars are planned out to a T. So they'll say over the next 60 to 90 minutes, they'll help you achieve blah, 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 blah. And then you'll go into your agenda. So your agenda is what you're going to outline. It says, okay, here's what we'll cover today. So just like you would, like if you were in school, right? For today, you want to bullet point, and let them know what they're going to expect, right? Because people want to know these things. They don't want to be surprised. They don't want to. The only thing they want to know is the information, right? Because you said that you were going to be able to do this, and they want to know how to be able to do that. So you outline that. You say, this is what we'll cover today. Okay. No, it's okay, Chad. It's okay. So then make sure you take notes because this is going to be a lot of information. So then your next slide, you're going to say what you're going to cover today. So the number one mistake that most people make is blah, 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 blah. And this is what keeps them stuck. Because what most people do is a lot of people have the same problems, right? And so if you tailor your audience the exact same way every time, you will get the exact same audience, right? If people are stuck in their 9 to 5 and they hate their job, you say, hey, I have this proven system that can help you make more money, leave your 9 to 5, and not feel as stuck and make more money. They're going to go for it because you've already classified what audience you want. And that audience was like, yes, I'm ready to leave my 9 to 5. Yes, I want to make more money. No, I don't want to stay stuck. Okay, then I want your offer. So by figuring out who your audience is, it's going to be a lot easier to create the webinar for them. So you'll say, what we'll cover today is the number one mistake that people keep getting stuck. Okay, could I use this and be mobile as a commercial? Could I use this and be mobile as a commercial truck driver? Yeah. So if you're teaching people, are you teaching people how to be commercial truck drivers? Or how you got into truck driving, right? You can teach a webinar on that. Like, hey, I can show you how to be a commercial truck driver. And then you'll talk about the number one problems that most people have in that industry and how you overcame it, or what's keeping most people from doing the thing, right? Like most people it's like, hey, if you want to leave your 9 to 5, try this, right? And then you talk about all the benefits of being able to be a commercial truck driver, right? So all that fits. Then you can give them, hey, I have a step-by-step blueprint to achieve this desired outcome. And your main goal is to get people from point A to point B, right? You're giving them enough stuff that it keeps them engaged, that it keeps them excited about what you have and wanting to learn more, okay? Then you talk about your real world success stories, how you overcame the things that you had to deal with, and the special opportunity at the end, right? And let them know, hey, at the very end, I'm going to offer you this thing. Because most people already know, hey, by now we understand the webinar game. You are going to send me an offer. You're going to ask me for something. So go ahead and just say it up front. And the special opportunity at the end that most people are excited to join. So I'll let you know a little bit more about that towards the end of the call. And sometimes if you want to, you can offer them something for free if they hang around, right? And at the end, if you stay till the end, I will give you this free blah, 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 right? And so most people like that too. So then you go to your next slide and you'll say the cost of staying stuck. I am not married and I am in my 30s. You see, I got a little gray in there. You see it? So I'm older than I look. I have a baby face, but I'm older than I look. But no, I'm not married. Okay. So the next slide is the cost of staying stuck. Highlight the pain points and the challenges that they face, right? So maybe like if we're talking about your commercial truck driving, their pain points may be that they're tired of being in their 9 to 5. They want to explore, they really want to travel, they really want to see the world, but they're not able to do that. What job is going to give them the flexibility to be able to do that, to be able to travel, to be able to see other things, to be able to live that life? And so you're going to tell them the cost of staying stuck in that 9 to 5 is that they keep seeing the same thing day in and day out. They're frustrated. They don't get to, they're missing their, they're missing out on life because they're not traveling, and they're missing, holidays and stuff where they could be being out and seeing the world and traveling and doing things like you're doing, right? Truck driving, so they can make their own schedules, right? Like you can let them know, like most people just want freedom, and they can't get that freedom that you can get, right? So then you emphasize why right now is so important, because time is always ticking, right? Time waits for nobody. And so while they're sitting there, and if you stay in the same dead end job day in and day out, the time goes by and you're going to look up a year from now and you're going to be in the exact same place. And do you want that? Or do you want to live this life over here? And so you give them that cost of staying where they are as opposed to living the dream life. And then you show pictures of where you are, show pictures of where your travel is. Like, hey, today I was in Niagara Falls. Today I was in, like you said, like I was in Chicago. Today yesterday I was in Miami. Like, because of my job, I'm able to travel, I'm able to see things. I can work, but I also get to play, right? And I also get to travel and see the world. I don't have a set time that I have to do things. I'm able to see life and be able to bring people with me, right? Like, hey, I have a dog, right? Like maybe you have a dog. I know truck drivers that travel with their dogs, right? So I'm able to have my family with me, and I'm able to still enjoy life, and I have time on my side because I'm traveling, but I'm also doing the things that I love in my time. So just talk about that stuff. So you reflect on it, and then you talk about the cost of them staying stuck. Then you talk about your story. Oh, thank you. And no, I'm not in Mexico. Thank you. Okay, so then we talk about my story or your story, right? You talk about your journey, the fears that you had. You may have said, like, hey, I was just like you. I was just in my 9 to 5. I was stuck. I hated looking at my cubicle every day. I hated going in, and I was late. Like, I used to work at DMV, and at 8:03 on the dot, they would come around and look at you in your cubicle. I was like, this is so boring. I have got to be in my seat by 8:03. And then one time, I think what happened? I think I like locked my keys in the car or something, or I can't remember what happened. But I came up like 8:04, 8:05 or something, and she was like, "It's a warning." I'm like, "A warning?" I was just downstairs, but it was one of those, you know, like you got to get on the elevator and all that stuff, so you might, be late because the elevator. I don't have time for all that foolishness. So you share some of those struggles. You share some of those things that most people would be irritated about, right? Like, oh yeah, I hated that. I hate that I only can get a 15-minute break, and that if my supervisor comes in and talks my head off, then I lose my break time. Then I can't take my break, or I hate. So you talk about the struggles of the things that are going to irritate them because they irritated you when you were in that position, when you were at that state of your life as well. seen a truck driver with not one but two mamacitas. That's where I know you from, the DMV. You look like you might have, because I could not stand the DMV when I worked there. Oh no. Mm-mm. It was the most boring job I ever had. I could not sit there and just write. At the time I was writing, I did it over summer break, and I would write nines on all the tickets. So you can imagine all the tickets that the officers bring in. So they wrote a nine. I can't remember now what the nine stand for, but I would have to write nines on the tickets, or if they were, oh hi Chiefs, how are you? Okay. Well, we're still sending out prayers for you, okay? Grandma's funeral's Tuesday, okay. Okay. I'll make sure I keep sending prayers for you. How is the family? How are you holding up? How is everybody? Hello, Jacob. I'm talking about webinars today. So, just giving a breakdown of exactly how webinars work today. And then I think I'll go back to I'm talking about sales today, and then I want to say over the week I may go back to the journal type stuff. Let's see what I got. Okay. And let's see. Family is pulling through but having a rough time. I can imagine. Mm-mm-mm. How many children did she have, Chiefs? Oh, Lithonia. Okay. Lawrenceville. Okay. Oh, six. Oh, so I know you have a large family. And if she had 6 kids, I know she's got plenty of grands and great grands. Hmm. Yeah. Ooh, I know that's tough. Hey, Z. Shout out to Z. Z is my moderator for the evening, and he also helps me with my videos when I have like edited videos that I really want to do. He does all my edits and stuff. So if y'all looking for somebody who does really good edits for your social media and for your videos, Zohab is the guy. He's really good. Okay, Chiefs fan. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Right? Yeah, that's tough. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Okay, so it says, so then you share your journey, how you overcame your struggles, right? And then, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then, so you talk about the things that okay, I lost my grandpa about 3 years ago. Mm. I can imagine. I know I can imagine, because like my grandmother is 91. So I know I'm not real. Mm-mm. She had 9 grand. I know that's tough. I know that's tough. Thank you, Archie. Thank you, Archie. Okay. So when you talk about your story, and then after where was I at? Okay. Then, so you build trust and credibility because you talk about your story. And then on the next slide, what you'll do is you will introduce your framework. So you talk about your method and your strategy and the things that you did to overcome what you were having problems with. So you use a visual framework and you break out the steps and you show them, okay, these are the steps that I'm doing. Well, I'm loaded on paperwork. My paperwork is ready. Time to head back. Okay. I'll blow the air horn around too. All right, Chad. Hey, awesome. How are you? How are you today? Bye, Chad. I love that he's a truck driver. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. So then you talk about your your visual framework, you break them down into different steps, and then you give them all the steps on one slide, and then you say, okay, and don't worry, because we'll break these down in detail. So you give them everything at one time, so they can, most of the time you'll say, hey, you can take a picture of it so you can see it, and they'll take a picture of it because it'll make them feel like they've gotten something, right? So even though you're explaining everything, they want to feel like they've gotten something from you early on. And so by you giving them your framework early, they can take a screenshot of it so they'll feel like, hey, I got something out of this. And then you'll go and break it down in more detail. So, hey, Jacob, great question. So lately I've been going live every day. And then I think once I'll probably break it down to weekly. But right now it's every day. But that's a great question. Hi, I'm lonely. How are you? Oh, good. I got to see some of my favorites. How are y'all doing today? Yeah. And let me know if there's something you want me to talk about. Because I'm talking about webinars today, but I didn't get any. Hey, Brother Charles. How are you? Yeah. So, let me know what you want to talk about. Right now, we're just talking about webinars. But if you have something specific that you want to talk about, we can change topics. I need to get me some water. I'm out of water. Oh, what is a webinar? Sorry if I missed. Oh. So a webinar is something, and you've probably seen them 1,000 times. So a webinar is essentially like a live sales call. And so what it is somebody promoting their product or service. And like if you're on YouTube and you see an ad and you click on the ad and it says learn more and you click on it, and then it'll ask you for your email address and your name, and you'll put that information in, and it usually takes you to an automated webinar. And so a webinar is a call or video that you see, like a Zoom type video, or sometimes there are Zooms where you can talk and you can see your face, but most of the times if they come from YouTube, you just see their video, and then you see a chat, and then you might type in the chat, and then the video goes, and it's automated most of the times because they've already recorded it and they're just playing it back. That's why you're able to click on the emails. You're able to sign up with the email and you go straight into the webinar. And so if you pause it and you play it back and it continues to play, that means it's an automated webinar. Now, most of them from YouTube are already automated, but you will have some live ones. They generally run from 60 to 90 minutes because the average person takes anywhere from 7 to 20 times to get to know you, know, like, and trust you before they actually purchase anything from you. So that's why if you get inundated with emails, that's why, because every time they send you an email and you open it, you're more likely to do business with them. 7 to 20 times. So you can imagine, if you want people to do business with you faster, you figure, well, I'll just send more emails, right? So that's why you get multiple emails per day. Or you'll see a lot of targeting, like you'll get the same video or the same advertisement on Facebook or YouTube, or like if you're playing a game on, like if I'm playing Candy Crush, I'll get the same video, the same advertisement. I get the Kaiser Permanente. I think it's like a health thing. I'm getting like ACTs. I'm getting videos about weight loss and stuff. Like you see them over and over and over again. That's because they're trying to inundate you with their messaging. And so over time, you keep seeing it. You're like, well, maybe I should buy it. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I should purchase it. Okay. What's my favorite food? I like mac and cheese. But I don't eat a lot. I tend to be, I don't do dairy. However, when I travel, I do some dairy. mostly plant-based, so I don't eat a lot of meat or anything. I don't eat meat. I haven't ate meat in almost 3 years. It's going on 3 years. But my favorite food used to be mac and cheese, and so I actually did cheat today. I did have some mac and cheese today. My sister made mac and cheese, so I did eat mac and cheese. It was delicious. But that's my favorite food, generally. What are your hobbies, your interests? So my hobbies and interests are that I like stuff like this. Like I love marketing. I love learning about psychology of people and how they do things, why they do things. My background is in marketing and I'm a project manager, but I specialize in marketing consulting. I like dealing with my clients, client retention, and customer experience because what I do is I do large concerts and events. I do Southern Soul, I do blues concerts. I've been doing them since 2018. I started back in 2014 when I went on tour with Tyler Perry. I'm not sure if you know who he is. He used to do Medea plays. And so once he stopped doing Medea plays, I started doing other things. I started doing like comedy shows and other shows like that. And so I'm in my 30s, Archie. I'm in my 30s, yeah. Is YouTube my main job? That's a great question. So I've been on YouTube for 3 years. It is something that I'm more passionate about now, especially since they've been hinting around getting rid of TikTok. And so because I've been on YouTube for so long, I said, well, Asia, you should really try it out. I said it's a good revenue stream once you get it going, once you get acclimated, and then you can see your growth. And what I do like about YouTube as opposed to all the other platforms is YouTube allows you are the creator. Nobody owns YouTube but the creators own YouTube. And once you get monetized on YouTube, you own your content, not them. You own your content, and you get paid from you get paid from obviously the Google ads and revenue, but you also get paid from merchandise, right? So if you become monetized, you can get paid from merchandise. And then also you can do affiliate links, right? So you can have your links at the bottom. Then you can also do sponsorships. So I've taken up sponsorship marketing. I teach I don't teach it as much, but I can. Sponsorship marketing is like, hey, I have almost 4,000 subscribers. If I go and I pitch to people and say, hey, I have 4,000 subscribers and I go live, would you like to do a trade with me? Would you like to do business with me? And I can market your product or your service in my videos. They'll pay for that. That's sponsorship. So that's 4 revenue streams right there, right? Then you have you can do affiliate marketing or you can do collaborations with other YouTubers, right? So then you are sharing your audience with them, they're sharing your audience with you. You can do podcasts. If I do a podcast with somebody, right? So you have so many different venues, so many different ways you could do that. So it doesn't mean that you don't have, I mean, you can do several different things just with one video, right? So that's really cool, right? So why you say that, Joshua? No. I actually do concerts. I do concerts, but my concerts are only like 4 or 5 times a year. So in between, I have a lot of downtime that I can do other things. And so one of the things that I like to do is teach people things. And so I like YouTube because YouTube allows me to get paid straight from YouTube. Whereas Facebook, Instagram, the other ones are platforms that you have to do the extra work, right? I have to push people to my Instagram, or I have to push people to my email. I have to push people to my website. I have to push people to the landing page and all that stuff. However, YouTube, once you're monetized, then they're automatically paying you, and then you can just add on from there, right? You can put all your links already in your description. You don't even have to change it, and it just runs, right? You're just getting paid on the back end. You're not having to necessarily do any extra work. Okay. Sure, what's your question, Andrew? I just find it quite amusing and intriguing when others are so passionate and open about their interests or something they're passionate about. Okay. Interesting. It cures my boredom. How can we get sponsorship on YouTube? So how can you get sponsorship on YouTube? So sponsorship depends on, most times when we're talking about sponsorship, we're talking about corporations and businesses. And what corporations and businesses want to know is, who is your target audience? Who are you gravitating towards? Because they want to know who that person is. Basically, what they're saying is, hey, I want to do business with you because I want access to your audience. They know that your audience is going to like your product because you're going to push their product, right? You're not going to just promote a product that you don't like. Like, I'm not going to promote like cigarettes. I'm not a smoker. So it doesn't make sense for me to promote cigarettes. If it's a yoga mat, I'm all for it. I love yoga. I love meditation. If it's like candles, right? Something that I like. If I have like a special kind of lotion or something, like I love lip gloss, right? Love this lip gloss. So if they came to me, if I went to them and it's like, hey, I love your lip gloss, and I know I get so many compliments when I wear your lip gloss on my lives, and I go to them and I say, hey, I'm interested in your product or your service, and talking to them about sponsorship, because I've said how much my audience, and maybe I have reviews, like maybe I have people say, oh my God, you look so good with this color, you look so good at this with this gloss, I love this on you, blah blah. I'll take those and I'll show those to them, and so they'll see, okay, oh, she's right, she's always wearing our lip gloss, she's always doing this or doing that, and I'll show that to them, and then they'll see, okay, she does have a following, she does have an audience, and they're interested in that product or service. And then so that's kind of how you open that door for sponsorship. And then you ask them what it is that they're looking for. Most of the times you want to be like, hey, I set the tone. And although it is your platform, it is your video, and you are doing the promoting, and it's up to you what you want to do. But when you go to a sponsor, you kind of want to put the ball in their court, right? Because you want them to do business with you. So you'll ask them, what is it that they're looking for? And you say, hey, this is what I can do, but I'm curious, like, what kind of person are you looking for? What kind of things do you want? Are you looking for emails? Do you want my email list? Do you want them to just click on a link that you have, because maybe I can put the link in my video and they click on that? Or is it something else that you're looking at? Would you like to come on my video and talk about your product or service, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you could handle a sponsorship. Maybe they just want you to promote their product or service for like 30 seconds, like a little commercial, and then you can click the link below. Maybe they can give you like a 20% off link that they click on or whatever, and then you get paid from that way. Or maybe they just pay you outright, and then you send your video to them, or like a UGC, like a user generated content, and you send it to them like that, and then they pay you for that. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. Let me read some of these questions. Do you believe that your spirit aura energy speaks before you do, which helps you in your habit? I do. I'm very much a spiritual person. And I do believe that our energy is our light. And when I share my energy, I feel like I'm attracting the people that are looking for me, or the people who are looking for an answer that they're seeking, right? I'm big into awareness. So if you are somebody who is looking for something, like you've asked for something, you've asked for answers, you've asked for guidance, you've asked for somebody to come into your life, he's like, I just don't know the answer, and you put that out there into the world, it's like, I'm just looking for something. I believe that your answer comes in the form from other people, or you come from the awareness of knowing other people, or you clicked on this live, or you clicked on that email, or you answered that phone call. I do believe that when you ask the question, the answers will come. So yes, I do believe that. Okay. YouTube got people out here working overtime. Yes, and it's funny because YouTube, I think it's because of the TikTok ban. Because TikTok is about to be banned, I think what they're doing is they're pushing small creators. which is really good because the people who are small creators who are actually taking the time and doing YouTube, they're getting seen and they're getting followers and they're getting views and they're getting monetized. And so they're more apt to do more videos, right? And so that's the perfect time to push them because they are so gung-ho about it. And I also think it's partly because of AI, because the AI stuff looks kind of weird, right? Like when you see a video and they're like da 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 da, and they blink randomly, it's just weird. And I think most people want to see somebody who's authentic, somebody who is real, right? I'm a human being, right? I'm a real person. I'm not AI. I'm not right? I'm not fake. I'm not overly edited. I'm just me. And I can come to you as myself and you can see me and you can know me and you can like me based on the fact that I'm authentically and I'm me. And I'm not overly edited. Like I went to school for editing, but I stopped editing videos because one, I have Zoab and he's on here right now and he does my edits for me. But then also the fact that because everything is so over modulated with so much perfection, like I don't want to be perfect. I don't have to be. I don't need to be. Nobody is. I don't even have to pretend to be. And what you'll find is that when you're doing stuff professionally, most people like you better when you like if you mess up. It's like, okay, phew, the ball has dropped. Like if you ever go for an interview and let's say like you accidentally like spill your coffee or something, you would be embarrassed. However, that's what makes them like you more because you seem more real. Because when people go to an interview, they're on their best behavior, right? They act like they're absolutely perfect. But if you show that you're not 100% perfect, you're a real person, they will be more apt to do business with you and you'll be more apt to get that job because there's okay, the shoe has dropped. They're a real person and I can go with that because if you're always perfect, they know you're not going to be perfect, right? There's no such thing as perfect. So if you ever go on a job interview, then do something. I mean, I'm not going to say be late or nothing. Don't be late. But if you happen to like drop something or spill something or be like, oh, I'm sorry. You mess up a little bit, that's cool. That lowers their like, okay, that they're a real person now. They're not trying to be super perfect. People don't like super perfect because nobody's perfect. So just be yourself, be authentic in who you are, and it most often in times then it works out better for you. Or you can be honest, like I'm not really 100% great at this part. Like um look at your resume descriptions and I know what you wanted and stuff. Like I'm really good at this and this. That part I'm not 100% great at. I'll just be honest. That's new to me, but I'm willing to learn. You know what I mean? They'll be like, okay, cool. Instead of you saying, oh no, I know how to do this, and then you get in a job like, girl, I don't know what that is, right? You don't have to lie. Just be honest, okay? Okay. So where am I from? Leroy, that's a great question. I am originally from New York by way of, I bounced around a lot, but I'm in Atlanta now. I lived in South Carolina for a while, and then I was raised in Florida. And now so I've like done everything like in the bottom half. Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, that kind of stuff. Are you from Africa? I'm not from Africa. I did take a trip to Africa in October of last year. That was my first time. I went to Kenya. I went to visit an orphanage. Spent 10 days in Kenya. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And so, yeah. So I'm not from Africa, but I do plan on going back this year. That is on my list to do. Plant-based brother said, everyone please make sure you don't subscribe. Why? Why would you say that? And don't like this channel? Who says that? Wow. That's mean. And I like plant-based food, so I don't even know why would you say that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Joshua. I don't know what's wrong with plant-based. He acting up. He acted up. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. Hello, Milton. Right. I see you, Josh. Thank you. Is it Bluck? Bluk? Bluck? Luke? Thank you. Hi, Leroy. So, what other questions do you have? People can be cruel. They try to be. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or what, but I'm like, I don't know why. Oh, Blue, is it Blue? Okay. Cool. Blue. Oh, that's so cool. Where are you from, Blue? Where's everybody from? Where's everybody from? There you are, B. I thought you dropped off. I'm right behind you. I'm not too far behind you. It is almost midnight for me too. Well, good night, Jacob. Have a good night. So, yeah. From US, okay. Yeah. So we are, yeah, it's getting late over here. So I'm right behind you. I'm gonna do maybe another 5 minutes because it's about an hour in. So yeah. But yeah, this was fun. What do I want out of life? That's a good question. Ooh, that's a good question. So, what do I want out of life? What I want out of life is fulfillment. I want to do all the things that I have like set out in my brain to do, but I have not done them, right? So, physically, I definitely want to travel more. I love traveling. I love to explore different countries, so I have a passport. I've only gone to 3 places so far. I've gone to Costa Rica, I've gone to Kenya, I've gone to the Bahamas. I've gone to Cozumel, Mexico. So I've gone about 4 places. So I've got several more that I definitely want to go to overseas. I've toured up and down the East Coast, but something about travel is I just really enjoy. And then I also want to, yeah, I want a 7-figure business. So that's on the to do list. Those are my main things, and then of course, settle down, have children. Yeah. Okay. Um, Boss. Yes. Hi, boss dog. I've traveled the states. Yeah. Yeah. I've been up and down the East Coast. I've gone to, I've probably been about, how many other states have I been to? Probably about 25 of them, maybe. Maybe 25. I've done all of East Coast. I did go to California. I went to LA like November, right before the fires, right? So I was in LA in November. I have been to Las Vegas. I haven't gone to Maine yet though. I've been to Kentucky and Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, DC, Pennsylvania. I've been to a few places, Chicago, Illinois, and Detroit, Michigan, and what's one I'm thinking of that's kind of Midwest? Denver, Colorado. Yeah, so I've been around. So yeah. What's your favorite state? Which state is your favorite? Which state is my favorite? So far, I liked. I mean, Vegas is nice. Vegas was hot though. Vegas was really hot. I think I don't know that I have a favorite just yet because I feel like there's still so much to explore. Now, I was born in New York and I still have not seen all of New York that I want to see. I've dabbled a couple places, but I haven't been like the tourist yet. So, There's still a lot of places I want to see. Oh, thank you. What are you saying, Terrifier? What? What? But if I had to guess what my favorite still, I feel like that's so hard though. I still feel like my favorite state is still New York though. It's something about New York that's just, I don't know. Even though I was born there, I didn't stay but like a year, and then I moved to like Florida. So I don't really have a lot of like memories of New York. But every time I go pretty often. But every time I go, I love it. I still love it. So I would probably say New York because there's something about the energy there. It's kind of like Atlanta. Atlanta has good energy too. Atlanta has good vibes too. But something about New York is it's just different. It just feels different. Thank you, Layla. What is wrong? I don't know. Is it Bupan? Bupen? I don't know. I've been calling you BD because I'm not sure exactly what that says. And I don't like messing up anybody's name because my name is Asia, but I spell it Aysia. And so every now and again, when people will say, Alicia or Ayesha, so I don't like to mispronounce anybody's name because I know how often mine gets mispronounced. But I guess I can't really tell. Thank you. So yeah. What other questions do you have? I'm gonna hop off in about 5 minutes or so. So put your questions in the chat. Let me know. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I just gotta figure out what time. I know my sister asked me to take her hair out for her tomorrow, so I can't give you a time just yet. I generally like to go live in the evenings. This is very late for me though. Usually I like to go live around usually I like to go live around like 8 or 9ish. Okay, you're the embodiment of love, divinity besides me. Thank you, Melissa. Oh, thank you. Do I have any questions for you? What do you do, boss? What kind of work are you into? When you go back to New York, play New York by Jay-Z. Just for yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I went to New York. When was I in New York? I just was in New York. I just went in November. I didn't stay long. I didn't stay that long. I stayed about 4 or 5 days. But like when you have family in New York, you only go to visit family. And I was like, no, next time I go, I am going to be a tourist. I'm going to go see some stuff. So I did tell myself when I go back to New York, I'm not going to stay with family. I'm going to go see, I'm going to go to Times Square. I'm going to go see a play. I'm going to go do those things because I don't necessarily do those things when I go to New York. I just go visit family. And I said I wanted to do some of those things. It's a pity you live so far away. British born Indian brother. Aw. Hi. Yes, tell him I said hello. And I need to travel to London too. That is definitely on my list to do too. So I want to definitely do some travel. So you see me here right now. I'm in Atlanta. Now, I want to say in 2 weeks, I'll probably be in Texas, and then I'll be in South Carolina, and then I'll be bouncing around. So this is the beginning of the year. So I'm staying put. I just moved out of, I lived in a 3-bedroom house. And so what I realized is that Asia, you accumulate so much stuff. I stayed there for almost 4 years, and I was like, you have so much stuff. So I vowed this year to I gave rid of all my furniture. I put the rest in storage. The plan is to go through the storage and look through it, and whatever I don't need, get rid of it. And then to travel, stay in Airbnbs, either stay with family or Airbnbs for the next year, and then and maybe in 2026 actually settle down and get another place, because I really just don't want to collect a lot more stuff. I really want to be able to be free, be a free spirit, travel, do some teaching. That's why I'm doing more YouTube, so it allows me to travel and then you know, teach and show people what I'm doing. And then I do concerts 4 or 5 times out the year. So that allows me to continue with the travel, and I can stay in that area. So one thing I do is when you're doing concerts and events like that, you really want to market the area, and you need to do your research in that area. And so what it does allow me to do is it allows me to stay in that city for a longer amount of time, and understand the culture of that city, because every city is different. So we call it a market, but the market is just another word for saying city. So whatever city I'm in, I like to stay in that city so I can understand the culture. Are they like word of mouth type people? Do they respond better to billboards? Do they do more emailing? Do they do more like, is there like a local place that everybody goes to that hangs out, right? So if I'm having a show, or I'm putting on a presentation, or I'm putting on a concert, I need to know where the hangout spots are, right? I need to know where most of the people hang out, so I can get a large group of people at one time. So I can put out, do I need to put out flyers? Do they respond well with flyers? Do they respond well with text messages? Like, how are they doing more social media? Like, how are they getting their information? And whatever way that they get their information is the best way for me to market to them, and let them know that my concert's coming out. Like, hey, who do I need to talk to? Oh, you need to talk to so and so, because he has this jumping spot, and he's got like everybody goes to his restaurant on Friday nights. Okay, cool. So I need to go to him and have him see if he can either promote my concert, or I need to give him tickets to sell to my concert. So this is why you spend the time in the city that you're in, and trying to learn about how that city works, right? Who are the players in the city that know everybody, that can get the word out about your event. Okay, let me see. Read some questions. Dun, dun, dun. I hope, please, my dear, my wife and I are at the Marriott Hotel in West Palm Beach, Florida, for our 7th year anniversary. Happy anniversary. Nice. So you said you're the boss, but what do you do though? Like, what's your industry? Come to London, you have a home waiting for you. Love, ever hurt, never. Aw, thank you. Well, I'll definitely let you know when I'm in the area. It will be, I don't know when. London is probably towards the end of 2025 or 2026. I need to know. I'm supposed to go to Dubai. Kenya and Dubai are kind of close to each other, and then I want to go to. I have a friend in Vietnam that I told her I would go visit her as well, and so I'm curious to know how far London is from Vietnam, because I would like to, like, if they're all close, I want to knock them all at the same time, because I know they're on that other side, and what, they're like maybe a 5-hour difference. So I know, because I know Kenya was 6 hours. Kenya was 8-hour difference for me. So I know on that side. Okay. You have a lot of good work to do, and may all of your good thoughts and dreams materialize for you. Whatever is written in your life, you will meet. Thank you, Melissa. Hi, is it Bablu? Hello, hello. All right, so it is 6. Okay, so I'm about an hour in, and my phone is about to die. So I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you are liking the content. Continue to show up. I hope you're following me. So, send me a message. Let me know that you're following me, and I'm gonna post some more videos in the is it Seneca? Oh yes, I will. I love to travel, so you will see more of me, and I will definitely be out and about. And I would love to do some in-person stuff. That sounds like so much fun to me. traveling, meeting my fans and my subscribers. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. That sounds like so much fun. So, yeah, we shall be in touch. Over and out. Yay. All right. Okay. Enjoy your anniversary, boss dog. Bye, Seneca. Bye, Melissa. Bye. Is it Amba Blue? Blue. Everybody. All right. See y'all later. See y'all tomorrow.